I set a New Year's resolution to achieve the goal of waking up at 5 a.m. daily from January through to December. During the first week of January, I nailed it. I woke up at 5 a.m. Even 4 a.m. on some days, every single day that week. Easy. By February, my motivation and willpower started to drop off. Instead of waking up to my alarm at 5 a.m., I would hit the snooze button and stay in bed till 7 a.m. By March, I had given up on the new morning routine, and back to my old habits of waking up after 5 a.m. Maybe you can also relate to my struggles with inconsistency. Do you sometimes feel like it's unnecessarily tough to achieve your goals and New Year's resolutions? Most importantly, is there an easier way to achieve your goals, an approach that is stress-free, foolproof and effective? I'd like to share a strategy that has been working for so many successful people around the world, which could also help you achieve your goals the easy way. Of course, I am talking about the Kaizen method. Kaizen is a Japanese word that means continuous improvement. The philosophy of Kaizen is based on the concept that, instead of making big changes at once, the continuous improvement approach focuses on making small improvements over time. To explain this properly, imagine two people with weight loss goals. Let's call them John and Lisa. John is primarily goal-focused. He says that he wants to lose 35 pounds in 6 months. Every day Ben looks in front of the mirror, looking for signs of weight loss. He's disappointed with his improvement given his long hours spent running on the treadmill daily. After 3 months of an intensive exercise routine and strict diet plan, John finally gives up on his weight loss goal. Unlike John, Lisa took a completely different approach, the Kaizen approach. Lisa says that her goal is to lose 35 pounds, but she decides to slowly build this system into her lifestyle, through small continuous improvements over time. During the first week, instead of immediately running 3 times a week for 30 minutes, Lisa runs for 5 minutes on a Friday. In week 2, Lisa runs for 5 minutes on a Friday and a Wednesday. In week 3, Lisa runs for 5 minutes on a Friday, Wednesday and Monday. And so on. Lisa was still consistent with her routine, improving her system little by little on a weekly basis. After 6 months, surprisingly, Lisa's friends and colleagues started commenting on how much weight she had lost. After checking the scales, Lisa realized that her goal had been exceeded, even though she hadn't been thinking about it for months. By using a system-focused, Kaizen approach to achieve her weight loss goals, Lisa was able to break down a big goal into small sustainable changes that made consistent action easy. Here's how you can use Kaizen to achieve your goals. Step 1. Create a system to achieve your goals. What are the daily or weekly habits that will help you achieve your goal as a byproduct? For example, when you set a goal of reading 25 books a year, you develop a system of reading 20 pages a day. By setting your focus on reading 20 pages per day, your goal of reading 25 books a year would be a byproduct of this habit. Step 2. Break down the system into its smallest form. Now you have to think about the smallest version of your system, which is an action or behavior with the least resistance and effort for you to get started on a daily basis. If you can only bring yourself to work on your goal for a minute, do that, without beating yourself up. Rather, pride yourself in the fact that you are moving towards what you really want. For example, instead of attempting to wake up at 5 a.m. every day, I decided to only do this on Mondays, during my first 2 weeks of this morning routine. Step 3. Make small improvements until your original system is a habit. How long should you continue with the smallest step? What's the right time to break the comfort zone? The simple answer is, once you are comfortable performing an activity, it's time to grow. For example, after 2 weeks of waking up at 5 a.m. on Mondays, I added Fridays into my morning routine the following 2 weeks. During weeks 4 through 7, I introduced Wednesdays and so on. The idea here is to make continuous improvements, until your original system becomes a habit. Overcome resistance to change, no matter how small it is. Focus on things that attract you towards your goal, not repulse you, and that's the secret to making Kaizen work for you. Please drop a comment if you like to watch this kind of self-development video on this channel. In my previous video, I have discussed Kaizen in a theoretical way. Check that video in the description. Thanks for watching.